choose our socks for success in all endeavors. Fortunes rises from the heel, and good luck for life.
Good morning. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2024. Today, in history, 56 years ago today, Dr. Douglas Engelbart created the first mouse, a revolutionary input device. By utilizing changes in resistance caused by movement, he enabled cursor positioning and control, marking a major milestone in computer development. The widespread adoption of Windows systems later promoted the mouse's use, establishing it as a standard component of computers. Welcome to today's Qingchao Morning News. Let's start with political updates.
South Korea's defense minister resigns. South Korean Defense Minister Kim Yong-hyun recently announced his resignation, taking full responsibility for the emergency martial law situation. He expressed deep regret for the chaos it caused. The resignation was approved by President Yoon Suk-yeol after the opposition Democratic Party of Korea proposed an impeachment motion against Kim. On the evening of December 3, 3 helicopters, believed to be from the South Korean military, were reported to have entered the South Korean parliament. Witnesses described soldiers parachuting from the helicopters into the building, armed with guns. A medium-sized military bus was also parked outside the National Assembly's No. 2 gate. South Korean airborne troops attempted to enter the parliament through the back door but were stopped by lawmakers and aides. Later reports indicated that the troops withdrew. Iceland's Social Democrats become largest party in parliament. In recent Icelandic parliamentary elections, the opposition Social Democratic Alliance became the largest party, winning 15 seats. Iceland's current parliament has 63 seats, reduced from 65 in the previous term, and is now shared by 6 political parties, down from 8. The ruling coalition, including Prime Minister Benediktson's Independence Party, faced significant losses, with the Independence Party securing only 14 seats. According to Icelandic electoral laws, a party must win at least 32 seats to form a majority government. Since no party gained an absolute majority, multi-party negotiations will be required to form a new coalition government. Syria's war continues to escalate. On December 2, sources in Syria and Iraq reported that hundreds of Iranian-backed Iraqi militants had entered Syria to assist the government in fighting against rebels in Aleppo. The fighting between the Syrian government and opposition groups continues to intensify. Al-Bara, leader of Syria's main overseas opposition, suggested that the rebels quickly captured Aleppo while Hezbollah and other Iran-backed groups were preoccupied with fighting Israel. Both the United States and the European Union have called for de-escalation in Syria. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres expressed concern over the escalating violence and urged an immediate ceasefire. Vietnam's female billionaire's death sentence appeal rejected. On December 3, the Ho Chi Minh City Higher People's Court upheld the death sentence of Truong My Lan, Vietnam's richest woman, rejecting her appeal. The court stated that the immense losses caused by her actions made it impossible to reduce her sentence. However, if she repaid 3/4 of the embezzled assets, her sentence could be commuted to life imprisonment. Prosecutors previously informed Truong My Lan that she would need to repay approximately $11 billion to avoid the death penalty. Truong My Lan embezzled $12.3 billion from Saigon Commercial Bank between February 2018 and October 2022. The total losses caused by her fraudulent actions were estimated at $27 billion, equivalent to about 6% of Vietnam's GDP in 2023. Tens of thousands of investors in Saigon Commercial Bank were affected by the scandal. Truong My Lan was initially sentenced to death in April, and her subsequent appeal was unsuccessful. Australia plans heavy fines for tech companies' monopoly practices. On December 2, Australia's Assistant Finance Minister, Jones, announced plans to grant the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, ACCC, greater authority to investigate technology giants like Apple and Google. The goal is to address issues of fraud and anti-competitive behaviour in Australian online advertising services. Companies found abusing their market dominance will face fines of up to $50 million Australian dollars. Authorities emphasized that the initiative aims to increase transparency in the industry, ensuring fair treatment for consumers. Additionally, it is expected to create a more level playing field for small businesses, enabling them to compete and innovate more effectively. Russia's HIV infection rate drops 27.1% in 10 years. According to Xinhua News Agency, Russia's HIV infection rate has dropped by 27.1% over the past 10 years, as announced by the country's Consumer Rights Protection and Public Welfare Supervision Bureau. The country has successfully implemented systematic measures to nearly eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV, with more than 99% of babies born to HIV-infected mothers are now healthy. Since 2014, Russia has significantly expanded HIV testing, with 49 million blood samples tested in 2023, a 74.8% increase from 2014. In the first 9 months of 2024, 38.5 million people were tested, marking a 6.8% year-on-year increase. Cambodia's Mosi Workshop opens in Phnom Penh. According to Cambodia China Times, on December 3, the Mosi Workshop for Computer Applications was launched in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, a collaboration between Dalian Vocational and Technical College and the Royal Academy of Cambodia. The workshop aims to innovate the Chinese plus vocational education model by integrating industry and education, providing computer training for Chinese learners, and supporting Cambodia's vocational education. Yang Jie, president of Dalian Vocational College, called the workshop a milestone in China-Cambodia educational and technological cooperation, a bridge for youth exchanges. Sun Fuwei, the Cambodian dean, said it will help address the knowledge gap in computer applications and advance vocational education in Cambodia.
According to Chihuo Daily, corn futures recently hit a new low since July 2020, closing at 2,127 yuan per ton. That's all for today's Qingchao Morning News. Thanks for watching. Join us at the same time tomorrow.